How we doing, everybody? This is Let's Be Real with Brad, and today we're going to be reviewing The Terminator. Dun, 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 dun. The Terminator is a 1984 science fiction action film directed by James Cameron. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Michael Biehn, Linda Hamilton, and Paul Winfield. This film is a classic action 80s film that everybody knows. And you want to know why? Because this film is simply awesome. The story to this film is so simple. It's so easy to follow. Transcended the way we watch action films. The action in this film is so perfectly well done. It's extremely well shot. James Cameron knows how to shoot all these shots, but he also has a great team of choreography that's going on between all the chase sequences, all the hand-to-hand combat sequences, and everything that involves gunfire. He just knows how to do that, and it's shown through all the other films that he's done. He clearly knows how to shoot these films, and he's clearly one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. This film is the second debut film of James Cameron, because the first film he did was this small garbage Piranha 2. What is this called again? The Spying. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's really terrible, so maybe I'll watch that one day in a James Cameron marathon. If we forget about Piranha 2, we can say that Terminator 2 was his biggest film, and it didn't have that much of a budget going in, so he had to be able to make all these prosthetics and the makeup and all the practical effects look extremely real. He didn't have the money that was compared to Raiders of the Lost Ark or to the Star Wars films or anything close to that, so he had to use all the best stuff that he could to make this work. The action sequences are done so well. The chase sequences always feel real. They're always timed perfectly and accurately. All the hand-to-hand combat stuff's really intense and really shot well. I just love the legacy that this film leads of how we can do new action films, how we can do science fiction films, because the film is simple to its core, as I said. But when you keep the story simple but with great characters, something easy to follow and not too simplistic that you just get bored, but something enough that's interesting, the movie works all together. And you could think that this could be an average film, but it's not. This film transcended of what we can do. In the 80s, this was a breakthrough. No one had seen anything like this. So sometimes you gotta put that in perspective of how and when this film was made. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. He was perfect for this role. Coming in as an immigrant, coming into America, not knowing a lot of English, being new to the whole scene, he had the physical structure from doing the bodybuilding. He was perfect for this role. The Terminator barely has any lines, but it even works within the story and not just with Arnold. That the Terminator is from the future. It's coming to 1984. Learn about it now. So it doesn't know everything. So sometimes it picks up what people are doing, so it tries to be able to fit in as a normal person because it looks like a human, but it actually inside is just human cyborg that's going on, the Terminator. But James Cameron was able to write this and put this all together with what's going on with Arnold, and it just was the perfect formula. And this even transcended into Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Linda Hamilton is awesome as Sarah Connor, and she became the new awesome action hero. And in this film, she's just young, everyday woman that's just going on with her life, now has to deal with this human cyborg coming after her, this guy telling her that she has this kid from the future that's the leader of resistance. So much stuff's going on, and she ends up just taking over, being the hero, and gotta do what she's gotta do. In Terminator 2, her character is even explored more, and it honestly makes sense of what they did with her character that Linda Hamilton actually wanted for her character to be from the first film. It is a perfect sequence. Terminator 1 and 2 are just perfect together. The score as well is really, really great. You got the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh, gives shivers down my spine. It adds so much to the action scenes. It makes them way more exciting, way more investing. The technical aspects of this film are awesome. The editing is awesome. Obviously, with all the action sequences that are in the film, you need a lot of editing, and it works so perfectly. Nothing's too shaky. You can tell everything that's going on. It fits perfectly. The cinematography is really, really great as well. It feels like it's the future in a sense, where they're going into the past of 1984. It was the current time, but it's all misty, it's all yucky, and it doesn't feel like how the real world would look. And I thought that was really, really cool. It's really dark, it's gray, there seemed like this dust in the air, and that goes into Terminator 2 as well. There was definitely a stylistic choice that definitely is for this movie. This film is effective. It knows what it's doing. doing and knows he needs to get the job done, and it excels on every single level. James Cameron's work behind the camera is immaculate, and he does even a better job of Terminator 2, getting a bigger budget, having the studio let him do what he wants. That's why James Cameron has always been a top tier director, because the studios have let him do what he wants, and he always comes up big with big profits, big critical reception, and overall fan favorite. All of his movies, all the movies that he has made, everyone just really, really enjoys them. The legacy is massive with this film. So many films want to be the science fiction action film. Take Ex Machina. I really love that film, and it does something different from that, but that definitely had inspiration from the Terminator. There's so many new science fiction films that have spawned from the Terminator with AI intelligence and what could happen if we let them take over. And it's definitely a question that has been in the news. That's why this film feels relatable to the life, and I think James Cameron is able to put that so well put in this one and in the second one as well. And I can't stop talking about the second one because James Cameron really had a vision for doing the two movies if the first one was successful, and it blends so perfectly well. James Cameron always makes sure that the themes of this film are always present. It's not just some standard action film, that this film actually is saying something, and that something is about AI and the use of masculinity in this film. Terminator is just massive dude taking out people. What does that say about our culture? You know, there's so many great things that I think this film likes to explore that I want to keep this exploring as well. And that could be in another video, maybe exploring masculinity, because the Terminator oftentimes in the film is studying how other people do things, how people talk, how they look. So he wants to look that way as well to fit in with society. And that says a lot about that time period, which I think is awesome. Overall, this is one of my favorite action movies of all time. I absolutely adore this film, especially with Terminator 2 being one of my favorite movies of all time. This film is a classic, and I think everyone should watch this film. This is a revolutionary and legendary film, and it deserves the respect it gets. Sure, the CGI doesn't always hold up as well, but for that time it was so impressive and it looks so real, especially when you look at the budget that it has. That's absolutely incredible. They made so many great sequences with the Terminator fixing himself and seeing all the blood and animatronics and seeing all the makeup on his eyes. Just looks awesome. The production design looks so real. It really feels like they're in this city with great props all the way through. Yeah, some of the stuff does look fake with this right here. That looks pretty fake. You could definitely tell it's a fake doll thing, whatever this creepy image is. But overall, this is a film that still holds up today and is still really enjoyable. I'm going to give this film a 9 out of 10. I know you're probably thinking, what, Brian, I gave this a 10 out of 10. I do think the film is a 9 just because Terminator 2 expands so much and that it is a simple story and it doesn't expand so much, so I can't really give it that 10. I really want to. And some of the dialogue here and there is a little bit cheesy, doesn't really hold up so well. Some of it's just kind of to me, and so sometimes it does come out as a little bit noticeable. So this film, give it 9 out of 10. Please watch it. So if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please share the video. Please subscribe. That would really help out the channel. And next video, I'm trying to do Terminator 2. I'm going to do some other videos here and there, but I want to do the Terminator series. Start doing some series. So I got to get some of these big movies in and really talk about, maybe offer a fresh new take that maybe you guys haven't heard before. So please keep supporting. I'm really trying to work hard and really trying to make this big. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. And let me know down below what are some of your favorite action movies, favorite science fiction movies of all time. Until I see you guys next time, ka-chow, baby!